Hello, everybody. I hope you're having yourself a nice week so far. Let me get my little proper attire because this. Because here's the thing, right? Usually, I would start talking about the game about 5 minutes, 15, depending on how big this matchup is. Around that time, we get to start talking about football, right? Hold on, the light is too much for my head. Like it's reflecting off the gold on here. Hold on, let me go ahead and tone it down just a little, not just a little notch. Yeah, still there, but anyways, okay. There was a lot that unfolded, so we're gonna spend the next 30 minutes talking about what has been going on. And it has something to do with the UFL. So, anyways, hold on. Let me get myself together. Okay. You ready? Alrighty. Let's go ahead and do this. So, if you guys are not aware, so 2 days ago at nighttime, pretty much 72 out, probably 48 hours from now, James Larson and then, of course, for Bring Football Zone came out with news that the USFL markets of the Michigan Panthers, the Houston Roughnecks, the Birmingham Stallions, and the Memphis Showboats are being located for the following season. So, that right there is a big turnaround because I don't know. There's a lot to talk about, but of course, let me go ahead. UFO relocation. Because on top of talking about replacing them with the markets, the other thing that is going to happen is also this by Larson. Let me just so pretty much after the USFL markets are located, then they're gonna put up the few new markets: Boise, Idaho; Columbus, Ohio; Florida, maybe Orlando, or going back to Tampa, who knows? And Kentucky, either Louisville or Lexington. So that is the big news that is flying around. That was flying around of the UFL. And I gotta be honest, with what's going on with the UFL at this moment, it was funky. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, so what is my opinions on this? What is my opinions? Well, not a fan. Because here's the thing. If you're talking about because I was thinking maybe if they want to relocate Houston and Memphis markets, that's okay. Because statistically, they had the worst home attendance rates for the past 2 years. And Memphis and Houston definitely got worse. The lowest was around 2,000 from Memphis because of that. That still does not help with what was going on here. So I'm okay with Memphis and Houston. The bigger problem is that you are including the most successful market in Birmingham, 3-time champions, 2-time USFL champions, and 1-time UFL champion back to back to back. And you're also getting rid of Michigan, that just recently had a USFL championship appearance. I don't get that. I really don't get including Birmingham and Michigan. Birmingham on the TV rating had the number one in the TV market. They were number one. And attendance-wise, the only biggest flop they had was Mother's Day. That was it. It was Mother's Day, which was the back scheduling on the UFL's end. But other than that game, like, the Stallions was having nice attendance ratings. But again, why Birmingham? Why Michigan? And why leave the XFL teams intact? It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like the Rock Zoom. It's like, is this going to be like a new thing? Like, you're trying to make up like a new XFL league? Like an XFL 4.0 or something? Like, I just don't get it. Because now, with what's going on, it's not official. Because here's the thing. It's not official. It's not official, but the storm's brewing. Or the water's boiling. Like, it's bringing to a boil. So now, since it's about to be official sometime later, it may be official, it may be not. Hey, Random Guy, how you doing, man? Good evening. Yeah, I'm starting early. The CFL will start at 9, but I want to talk about the UFL first. But yeah, it's not official, but what the UFL is doing is kind of It's scummy. Because you worked your way, because you spent the past couple of years creating a goal. Like, you have your baby steps, right? You bring your baby steps up, and then now you're building up to this massive goal, this massive goal that you want to break or you want to fulfill in the future. And what happened almost exactly 2 days ago, 48 hours ago, excuse my language for this, they fucked it. They screwed it up. Because now, if it's official, we will no longer have a USFL and XFL merger. The UFO is now progressing into this brand new identity, this brand new league, which was all right back then. 2024 was fine. All you had to do was bring in the local team. And guess what? The local department, the local marketing was worse, especially from Memphis and Houston's end. It was progressively worse. Like, I don't even know, like, on Twitter or, like, someone that I know, like, in group chats that is even a Showboat fan, and I only know one person that is a Roughneck fan. That's it. Heck, in chat, Sir Random Guy used to be a Roughneck fan before he turned full-time into a Stallion fan. You know what? I don't blame it, because Birmingham has an identity. It would be a shame to see them go, and now they're on the verge of leaving. And then now Sir Random Guy and all the other UFO content creators, full-time content creators, are pulling out petitions to save these teams. Like, I don't know how they screwed this one up. It's a bad look for the league. And to be honest, like, it's like the Oilers in the late 90s. They were ones in Houston. Well, ownership and the executives just took it right out from their hearts, from their city. And now they're left without a team. Well, until the Houston Texans. But you're ripping the Stallions out of Birmingham. And Birmingham is one of those markets that is definitely needed. Because the only football team you have there is the college, University of in Alabama, Birmingham. And even like a decade ago, they got rid of their football team. And the only thing that the government cared about back then was just about Alabama and Auburn, and that's it. Like, the Birmingham Stallions is the market for Birmingham. It's a great local market for diehard football fans or just people that just want to do something as they live in Birmingham. And that's the same with Michigan. Michigan last year was the only team that actually improved in attendance rates. Battlehawks went down, Defenders went down, and the Panthers was number 3 highest, was the 3rd highest in attendance. And heck, the last game, they cracked 16,000, which is amazing because they actually know how to market in Michigan. Yes, you have the Detroit Lions for the NFL. Yes, you have all 4 sports teams in Detroit, but guess what? If you have a local marketing that goes well, guess what? Brilliant. Now you know what to do. Michigan is a consistently run like team market. But they decided to shove Birmingham and Michigan out of the door. That just hurts. It's just like when I saw this come out, I was afraid that, because if you go on to the UFO website right now, you will see that everything is on, like mostly everything is on sale. And heck, those mini helmets that are way at the top, there was only one on the UFL site that I just had to get, and it's the only one I don't have that is on that site, and that's the Showboats. I got it like instantly after I heard the news, because what if I don't get it? Because like, what if people don't get the merchandise before it's too late? What if they don't have, like, yes, it's you know what? It's all right. You can do that. You can put the link in the description, Sir Random Guy. So as of right now, Sir Random Guy is gonna put the link in the description of the petitions of saving the USFL markets of Birmingham, Michigan, Memphis, and Houston. So he will put them down. I will only pin only one of them, just in case. I'll just put up like the Stallions, because the Stallions is what's hurting me the most. And so, Random Guy, I know that it hurts you the most as well. Like, yeah, hashtag save Stallions. Just save the Stallions, save the Panthers. I mean, it's like, here's the thing. It's like, I don't mind the Roughnecks and the Showboats. It's just you involved Stallions and Panthers. They had no business of relocating. They have their history. They have a story. And now the UFL is completely screwing it up. And then for XFL, like fans of the XFL, Renegades fans, and guess what? Now they're going to thinking of rebranding the Renegades as the Texas Renegades. Like, okay, so was Dallas Renegades not an option? And like, why are you rebranding Texas? Why are you bringing the Renegades to Texas? Why are you doing it for anything? Like, I don't understand what we are doing here. What is the UFL doing here? Dwayne Johnson is literally turning himself into Donald Trump of the USFL in the 80s. Instead of just viewing it as small potatoes, he's viewing it as freaking French fries. This is how you dismantle the main goal of developing a league. That is how you do it. And it is a catastrophe. Again, it's not official, but it's ridiculous. Like, I'm a Defenders fan of the XFL team. As of like for a good little bit, I felt guilty of being a fan, because it really stinks to see all those teams go. Like, I don't even know how. Like, I had a talk with a random guy about the Stallions, and valid reason, he's really pissed about it. He's really pissed about it. I don't blame him, because that was the team he loves, and you just ripped them out of their hearts. The next thing, if it does go official, it's like, okay, then what are you going to name Boise? What are you going to name Columbus? What are you going to name Florida? Maybe the Orlando Guardians, but also what are you going to name Kentucky? But at least for Louisville, it's like, they are always around the top half of TV markets, like nearing like top 10. They're like top 10 for the 2 seasons. And same thing with Oklahoma. So it's like if one of those 4 options cannot work out, then Oklahoma is always an option. But how I would approach this, like, do you also feel like the league was lying to you? Like, do you know if the UFL was lying to us? Because they say that before the 2025 season, they were saying that they were looking for an expansion. At least 10 teams. And then they were major talks about, hey, the Seattle Sea Dragons may come back from the 2023 XFL. Was it a lie? Or do you completely not know what the hell were you doing? Do you not know what you were doing? Because if you don't know what you're doing, then now you're just saying that, okay, we don't know what the main goal is now. But if you were lying to us, it's like, it's a scummy thing to do that you were lying to us saying you were coming back. It's like, actually, no, we wanted to have Birmingham, Columbus, Florida, and in Kentucky. I don't know if this is all a lie. I don't know what their intentions are. And then that's coming from all those layoffs that were happening throughout the league. And during that, that's when the sale was happening. And then when the sale was happening, yeah. Ben has some thoughts on this. Ben Janucci does. Let me look him up. Let me look up Ben DiNucci. The legend Dallas of the Seattle Sea Dragons. It's almost one of his tweets. He says it's almost like the XFL and USF quote. It's almost like the XFL and USFL should never merge. Throwing teams in random cities with no marketing plan or community engagement is not a recipe for success. Orlando was part of the 2023 XFL, and they had less fans in Houston this year. Feel bad for the players, end quote. Yeah, Houston, because like Orlando had around less than 10,000 on average, and last year, and then 2025 Houston, it was worse. It was worse. Same with Memphis. Because it's like, especially because I'm almost done writing the script. I should need to voice over my script, and then I have to do editing. But I am working on the city of Memphis for a video before I go back. I go back full time for special education. But it's like, you just put Memphis there so many times that people just eventually stop giving a damn. They eventually just stopped giving a damn. It's just not a good sign. No, I agree. It's like, if you know that there's no marketing, then why not go there? Why go to that direction? It's but no. Like, I feel like this was just something that needs to talk about. So that's it. Just in summary, or too long that you guys didn't listen, I would not mind if it was Houston or Memphis because they have the bottom 2 attendance rates and they have the worst marketing strategies. Hey, Anthony, how's it going? But the fact that you are including Birmingham and Michigan into the mix, you just screwed up the whole purpose of what this league's wanting. Merging the USFL and the XFL, and now you are completely changing your own identity. You're changing your whole identity into something that wasn't planned out to begin with. What about you? If you're off of Aaron Bummer? Nope. You're on your own with that. You're on your own with that. Oh, and to top off, we also have some breaking, and we have some interesting. We got some breaking NFL news and an interesting way to just mess my day up, man. Just to mess my day up a little bit, give me a little heart attack. At the medical evaluation, quarterback Justin Fields sustained a dislocated toe in his right foot and would be day to day. And he avoided serious injury, but he will miss significant time. Jets can't have anything good. They are such a cursed franchise, man. They are such a cursed franchise. We got Tyrod Taylor, Angie Martinez, and I didn't even know we had Brady Cook. And I didn't even know we had Brady freaking Cook from Missouri. Huh. But there you go. I mean, that's that. And the other interesting breaking news I want to cover before we go dive into the NFL, before we get to tonight's game of the CFL. Is this article. Raiders are releasing defensive tackle Christian Wilkins will be now designated unterminated vested veteran. His time in Vegas is over, officially over. Due to how Wilkins was treated with rehab from his foot injury he suffered last season, the Raiders voided the remaining $35.2 million of guaranteed money left on Wilkins' contract last month and today. He filed a grievance with the NFLPA. This has just been a chaotic week already. And next Thursday is the Hall of Fame game. So now it's time for pads and helmets, buddy. Oh, and breaking news for baseball, the Mariners acquired first baseman Josh Naylor from the Diamondbacks. Really want to know how Wilkins how bad was the injury, SRG? How bad was it? How bad was it? And it was serious. It was the Rays credit. Yeah, it was a big deal. It was like 4-year, $110 million about a year and a half ago, I believe. He only played like what, 5 games with them? Didn't he only play 5 games? Was that the thing? But how serious was it, SRG? Because to be honest, speaking of injury, I learned how serious Teddy Bridgewater's ACL tear was in 2016. Oh boy. Yeah, he played for a bit and then he got hurt. Yeah, it's like a Jones fracture, right? It was like a Jones fracture was his significant injury. Or something he had with his legs. I'm just not really sure. Would have been nice for Pete Carroll. It would have been nice. Jones fracture. Hold on, I'm looking up because I never heard of the Jones fracture. Let's see. Oh, I see. Yeah, that is definitely an injury for sure. That is an injury for sure. That does hurt. It's kind of giving me it's kind of like reminding me a little bit of a Liz Frank. That is what this is reminding me of. It's reminding me of a Liz Frank injury. Well. Oh, sweet, honey. Awesome. Hold on real quick, But Yeah, there was just a lot to talk about with the UFL. I just had to start the stream 80 minutes early. So now we're at the original time of the CFL, football of the Canadians, my friends. The football of Canadians. And ladies and gentlemen, whoo, we got ourselves a good one. We got ourselves a good one tonight. We got ourselves two teams that are among the best. Two best teams in each division. On the Eastern Conference, you got the Montreal Alouettes. You got Montreal. And then they're going to go up against the number one team pretty much in football right now of the Calgary Stampeders. It's a good one. It is a good one. So I appreciate you guys joining in about the UFL. If you also have any questions about the league, I will feel free to drop them in the comments, and then we can still talk about the UFL. Let's get to it. Hold on. I am going to put that as a reminder. Let's see, drop. So you want to talk about in general or wanting an opinion on it? Or wanting an opinion on it. So there you go. The Q&A's in the chat. So feel free to drop questions about the UFL. And feel free to talk about it if you want to talk about it in general. Or do you want to talk about it just to have an opinion on something? So as we're watching the CFL, this will be a conversation that we can definitely have throughout the game. I just want to get my initial thoughts on it 30 minutes before we started this. So, yes. So, anyways. So, I heard about the CFL that I believe Davis Alexander, the quarterback of the Alouettes, has suffered an injury that he will be sidelined for about 6 games. Let's go ahead and take a look. I can also keep asking for Aaron Bummer entertainingly. No. You keep your second place with Aaron Boone, okay? Why do we need Aaron Boone? There's no reason we need Aaron Boone. What's up, John Fetter? How you doing? If you have any questions about the UFL or just want my opinion on it, feel free to drop it down in the comments, man. It's good to have you here. Also, John, I heard that Davis Alexander is on a 6-game injured list, and that is what I'm looking at it right now. I wonder what injury it was too. Yeah, on the 6-game injured list after the signal caller team's injury. Yeah, he will be on extended time. Do you know what injury he suffered? What injury did he suffer? That's what I'm trying to look at. So right now is Breaker legend, ASRG, Anthony, Michelob Bethel Thompson, former Breaker. But yeah, so Bethel Thompson this season has 472 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. But he's going up against a really good Calgary defense team. He had in previous injury. What was the injury he had? What was the injury? Oh, okay. Yeah, he missed weeks 4 and 5. Before returning to week 7 after the bye week. I'm sorry, I just don't know what it was. Ooh, hamstring. Yeah, that ain't good. Hamstrings are they're just bastards to deal with. Because once you hurt your hamstrings or once you pull it, it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn. It's going to burn. He was clutching it after running against Toronto. That's right, he did. That's right, he did. That was the same game where Toronto blew an 18-point lead, wasn't it? What a champ. What a champ of Davis Alexander. What a champ. What a freaking champ he is. I still don't understand how Toronto blew an 18-point lead. That was wild. Chad Kelly will not start Toronto. Oh yeah, I heard he was having some problems in the previous seasons. Dude has a behavior problem for sure. He has a behavior problem. Like after watching Last Chance U and having Chad Kelly mention, it's like, oh dude, my dad always mentioned that he was just a giant a-hole. I see why. Then who's gonna start him? It's not. Is it still Arbuckle, or is Arbuckle also injured? Oh yeah, Tyson Philpott. The Philpotts are playing each other, brother. He was supposed to come back a lot earlier. I kind of hate him, not just because I'm a Tiger Cat fan, but he seems like an ass. Yeah, still Nick Arbuckle. Yeah, man, Arbuckle's just—he's not good. He's just not doing well. And Tyson Philpott is out. Oh damn! So you're out with a star wide receiver and a star quarterback. That ain't good, Chief. That is not good, Chief. So I hope he's still cheering for his brother on the sideline, even though he's playing against them. Okay. So I'm covering Calgary for the third time this season. And this is the first time I'm covering Alouettes. John, what are players I should keep an eye on coming into the season? Of course, besides Michelob Bethel Thompson, because that is definitely a key player we need to keep an eye on. It's going to be Bethel Thompson versus Vernon Adams. And Bethel Thompson played for the Edmonton Elks last year into a season of mediocrity. Austin Mack, wide receiver, okay, from the Ohio State University. And defense, is it Tyrese Beverett? Is that how you spell it? Or is it Tyrese? It says Tyrese, but I don't think it's pronounced like that. I think it's Tyrese. But I know that's Beverett. I feel like it's pronounced Tyrese. Okay. That is just a way for that's just a weird way to say Tyrese. Because I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead, and there is a character named Tyrese, and he has like 2 S's. So it's like that's the thing about names that is just getting a little bit of annoying these days. It's the fact that you have names that just spell in completely different ways. All right, take your time, John. Take your time. But it's weird to see names that are just weird, you know? Like Justin, which is my name, you would think that you usually is Justin. But sometimes they like to throw Justyn, not I, Y, or Justen. It's just, I don't know. It's like they want to sprinkle some of those fancy sauces or the fancy spices that you want to sprinkle on just to make yourself look fancy. It's just one of those things, right? That's mainly what it is. But yeah, but yeah, Tyrese. Yeah, so Tyrese Beverett. Let's see if I can find his name. What position is he playing on? Oh, what team is he playing on? Or am I just blind? Let's see. Tyrese Beverett. He's a linebacker from Stony Brook. He's number 26. Okay. I don't really need. It's like his thing. It's like I don't really have to ask a lot from. I didn't have to ask a lot for the Calgary because again, this is the third time. The previous 2 times was against the same team of Winnipeg, and they blew them out of the water each time. And the second game they played against each other was worse. So it's like, okay, so if Calgary manages to beat the hell out of Montreal, despite the fact they have no Davis Alexander under center, does Calgary have a case of being the best team in the CFL? That is the big question. Feel like this game decides that. And I believe Saskatchewan has the same record as them, but who are they playing this week? Oh, they're playing in Mutton. They're playing in Mutton. Ottawa is the team on the bye week. Oh, brother. Yeah, brother. Should start soon. Usually it's like the NBA when it takes like up to 10 minutes or Sunday night baseball. Every time, but hey, that's fun. That is all good. Serena, I remember you were number 1 of top fans, and now you're back. Now you're down to number 3. Oh my goodness! All of you guys are tied for first. Oh, you guys have to duke it out for the whole stream. Oh goodness. Ooh, Oregon just got a 4-star wide receiver named Bowman, number 7 wide receiver of the class. Good work. But in my opinion, yeah, like hamstring is definitely one of the big injuries. Like pulling it is not good, and there's like rates of tears. But I say like tearing an Achilles, that's the worst for me. I mean, you can talk about like ACL. No, like the ACL of Teddy Bridgewater was horrific after watching Secret Base's history of the Minnesota Vikings, and after learning how devastating Bridgewater's ACL was, it just shocked me. That was just a shocker. But like Achilles tear is just, dude, it's like if you tear that's like you're not getting back again. But yeah, you must have a nice tear on there. And it's like a sunny day. It's a sunny day here in Calgary, and looks like not a lot of fans on there. Calgary is the smallest venue. Second time this season to start in place of injured Davis Alexander. Oh, McLeod. Reminds me back in the days of the New Orleans Breakers. The New Orleans Breakers was kind of my team in the USFL, but then like once the league merges, I was like, you know what? It's Defenders. It's Defenders for sure. And Vernon Adams, he's a freaking beast. Vernon freaking Adams. David Dickinson. Bud Grant. And it was crazy that Bud Grant was the head coach of the Blue Bombers of Winnipeg, and Jason Moss, head coach of the Montreal Alouettes. I'm gonna pull up the volume because I can't hear things. I can't hear freaking crap out of my ears. Speaking of that quote, I watched Django. Awesome film. It was an awesome film. And here we go. We are kicked off a Thursday night, and Montreal will get the ball back. Good job, just in time. And he gets to the 30, and he's going to get tackled at the 36-yard line. And that is where McLeod Bethel Thompson, former Toronto Argonaut, former New Orleans Breakers, and former Edmonton Elk, will make his second start coming in today. He is 0-2 this season. So, and this is against a good Calgary defense. Calgary does not give a damn of what they have coming. They do not give a damn. It's a sunny, calm day in Calgary. And there is a handoff and goes up to the left hash, and he gets about several yards. Say about several yards right there. It's like one player that's really short, I see. Spiker. His name is Spiker. Alrighty. 2nd and 8. Goes a quick pass. He gets to the sticks, and that he does. And that is a first down from Montreal. That will be first down and 10. Again, I wish they put numbers for everybody. Just can't tell. Oh, that's Austin Mack, I think. That was Austin Mack with the catch and run for the first down. So at the Montreal's 51-yard line, you have anyone Austin Mack. Receivers running up. McLeod throws a quick pass again, but he throws it behind Mack on the right side of the field, and that will be incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for Montreal. And they're at the same situation as they were. Got a couple yards. And now you're looking at the 2nd and long situation. At least you're keeping your offense on the. At least you're trying to keep your offense on the field as long as you can. I feel like that is what you're going to need to do, especially against Calgary's team defense. You gotta slice and dice them. You gotta nitpick their defenses. McLeod's going to go deep middle. It's going to get tipped and is incomplete. That was Adrian Green with the coverage on the play. And that is going to be 3rd and 10 from Montreal's 50, when their own 51. They're going to have to punt it out of there. Yeah, Green had his hands on it. Oof. This is now Montreal. We'll have to punt this thing. Punt is away. And he's going to take it from the 5. And he will get down around the 15. Then there is a penalty flag on the field. And that's going to be on the Calgary. That's going to push him. That will definitely push him further back. Yeah, and it's holding in his illegal block on Calgary. And here comes Vernon Adams, and beside him and Dominique Rhymes coming onto the field for the first time today. Vernon Adams, former quarterback of Oregon. He was a Lion. He's a damn good quarterback for sure. He could throw a deep ball. For sure. He can throw a deep one for sure. And they're at their own 6. And here's a handoff, and that's going to be good for about 4 on the play. And that's Dietrich Mills. A Lion, you say? What's up, Flyer? British Columbia Lion. Sorry to disappoint you. Well, after Oregon, pretty much after Vernon Adams spent some time with Oregon, he mainly spent most of his career with the Canadian Football League. He's currently a Stampeder. Yeah, sorry to disappoint you, Flyer. Vernon Adams dropping back. He's gonna go throw right. Oh, that's not first. He's like a yard short, maybe even inches. 3rd down. You're literally that close. Do you risk going for it? That would be a very ballsy move. That would be a ballsy move. Going for it on third down on your own territory. They're doing it. No, they're doing it. They're going for it. They're out of their minds. Here we go. It looks like he got it. Are they going to get it? It looked like they got it. And they do. Okay. Montreal's the top tier defense. Yeah, I heard their defense is also really good too. So it's more like, so pretty much coming into this game, it's more like who's going to have the best defense of the league? Who's going to make better plays on defense? And here's Tyrese Beverett, as John Fedor has pointed out. So this is going to be a interesting night. Adams dropping back. And he's throwing deep on balls all wobbly. Oh, and that was almost picked off by an Alouette. Oh, that was very close. Oh, that was Kavion Ento almost picking it off after Adams getting surrounded on all sides of the ball. They call Beverett the best trash talker in the league. Show me an example. Show me an example. Dude was so close to picking it off. Damn. You go 2nd and 10. Adams, and here comes the blitz. And he completely whips him. And Dominique Grimes with a diving catch for the first down. There was a blitz. The blitz was right there, and he completely whips him. Like nobody was covering the C gap. He went unblocked, and he completely missed him. Oh, my goodness. Wow. He completely missed him. And Dominique Grimes just clutched it up with the great catch that will put Calgary at their 40. Whoo! This and it looks like Moss is won in the challenge on that. He wants the challenge on the catch. You have a challenge on the field. And also, you can actually challenge penalties, too, in the CFL, like what the UFL does. But here we go. But we're going to step aside as Montreal is going to take a challenge. Interesting turn of events. Montreal had everything in their hands, and then they had everything in their hands, and Calgary just said, no. Hi, Tugboat. You just got back from Montana? Awesome. I'm glad hopefully you had a good time in Montana. As of right now, there was a blitzer that completely whiffed Vernon Adams, and Dominique Grimes just made a good catch, and Montreal is challenging. So that is where you're at right now. We're starting the first quarter with about 10 minutes left. But Montreal had him. They missed the interception, and they got a blitz. The blitz was great. He was unblocked. They did not pick him up. He shot the C gap. And then now, with that whip, they got first down at the 40 with a 24-yard gain. But as of right now, we're just waiting if the challenge is going to stand or is going to overturn to Montreal's favor. But yeah, I also I started the stream about like 50 minutes ago because I was talking about the UFL because I just want to get my thoughts and just rant a little bit. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop it down in the comments below. Yeah, they're going to challenge a catch. Let's see. Let's see. ruling on the field stands. So that means, boop, Montreal will be charged with a timeout. Charged with a timeout. So he catches it. He gets the knee down. It looks like you just really can't see the ball from whatever camera angle you have. So first down, Calgary. Handing off to Dietrich Mills, and Dietrich Mills going right, and he's carrying a bunch of Alouettes with him, and he got the first down, and he's still going, carrying them all the way for 15 yards to the midfield. Dietrich Mills is a grown man. He just carried all those Alouettes with him. It's like, nah, you come with me. Yeah, sorry about Christian Wilkins. That is a waste of money. Injuries is always something that is inevitable. Injuries is something that will always be inevitable. You can't really control. You just can't control them. Adams dropping back, and he's going to check it down to the right side. Oh, and it looks like, that's Damian Alford. He was trying to take off, but he immediately went down. He must have gotten hurt. Probably his lower leg, maybe a hamstring, maybe. They can't lose Damian Alford. He was amazing. He's amazing. That is not good. Yeah, for a year, 110. It's a non-contact injury, so that is not good for Calgary. What a shame. It was the right decision to let him go. Yeah, I mean, you're just going to keep paying him. You're just going to keep paying him a crap ton of money. Because at that point, how much are you paying him? You're pretty much paying him about 20. It's like 25. It's like $26 million a year. That's going to eat up. That's going to eat up your salary. Yeah. Again, I don't know why. Question: why did the Raiders hire Tom Telesco? Why did they? That was just an idiotic move on their end. That's just a stupid move on their end. I mean, I get Antonio Pierce. I mean, after McDaniels got fired, he improved them to a 5-4 record. McDaniels light. Now, dude, I'd rather have Pierce than freaking McDaniels. McDaniels was just dude, was part of. I think it was the 0-8. Was it 0-8 or 0-9 Broncos that started 6-0 and they never made the playoffs? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's grabbing as a hamstring. I think Alford just suffered a hamstring injury. And that's a penalty to the max. It's probably going to be a false start. But they're at Montreal's 48. Probably just out at the cut field goal range. False start on Calgary. Since I missed the first part of the screen, what are your thoughts on relocation? If you were, just here's the thing. If you're relocating Houston and Memphis, fine. But the fact that you're also mentioning Birmingham and Michigan, it was no. Why are you relocating those teams as well? You're ripping them from the hearts of the city. Adams, though, said it gets tipped up and is incomplete, 3rd and 8. So Calgary might be able to either kick a long field goal or do a punt to the end zone. But it's just they just completely botched their goal of the XFL USFL merger. They just converting this new identity now. and not everybody is not happy. And it's a random guy in the comments. He's not happy with it. He's a big time Stallions fan. The ball goes over an Alouette player, and he's going to get tackled at the 8-yard line. So Montreal will start deep in their own territory. See, like you have the same opinion. Yeah, so you have the same opinion as I am. It's like it was fine with Houston and Memphis. It's the lowest attendance rating. Their marketing strategy was abysmal. But you cannot have Birmingham. You cannot relocate Birmingham and Michigan. You can't. That's just not a way to go. The United Football League. But yeah, it's like I feel guilty for being even a Defenders fan because it's like, well, nothing bad happened to my team. I'm definitely okay with that, but it's like, but I feel bad for all these people, like Panthers fans and Stallions fans is where I feel very bad of. But yeah, that's the whole point. That's what I meant about they're reestablishing their identity with the UFL. And it's not good. It's not. Oh gosh. The USFL is gone. It's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson is becoming Donald Trump of the 1980s USFL. Instead of viewing it as small potatoes, The Rock views it as French fries. No, because like when everything going on, like they were firing their executives, everything was like mostly everything. Excuse me, on the USFL website. When the UFL website was for sale, and I grabbed the Memphis Showboats mini helmet, and that was on sale for $20 instead of $40. And I'm like, you know what? I might as well get it. So like, it can at least have a home. At least I can have some use of it and just have certain things in my collection. So it's like, I might as well get it before it's officially gone. You know, again, it's not official, but. And here comes McLeod, Bethel Thompson going a little deep left side, and he gets the first down. That's awesome, Mac. And he gets the first down at the 24-yard line. See, I have a collection of mini helmets. Do you really? You probably have a better collection than mine. The Memphis Showboats is going to be my 10th mini helmet. It's going to be my 10th mini helmet. I stayed at a hotel right next to Idaho State University. Oh, nice. Hey, we are now officially less than a month from college football, baby. Let's freaking get it. McLeod throws a quick one. Ooh, that was a quick release, too. But he stepped out of bounds about 3 yards back. And now was Tyler Snead with the catch. You have 6. Ha! I'm beating you. I'm freaking beating you. Take that, John. I'm kidding. What mini helmets do you have? What you're going to swing last Sunday? Yeah, I was about to stream Dragon Quest Builders, which is actually going to be tomorrow at 8. But last Sunday, my head was just not in the right place. I'm just going to say it like that. And there's a screen pass, and that is a nice first down, bumping off tackles. I think that's Cole Speaker, I think. No, it is not. That is Charleston Rambo. I think Speaker's 17. Okay. Charleston Rambo with a nice catch and run, bumping off Calgary defenders. Yeah, it's like I was, but then stuff happened. But now 1st and 10 from Montreal from the 35. Here's the handoff. Oh, there's a flea flicker in McLeod. He's going to dump it off to Snead. Tyler Snead tries to stiff on him, but looks like Damon Webb is going to just bring him down with him. Might include the Tiger Cat. The Tiger Cats, Michigan State, Texas, Nebraska, VMI, and also my high school. Oh, that's nice. So you could like mostly college. Well, hold on. Hang on real quick. let's see. Here's Oregon's. Only have one college helmet, but that's that. Well, that's going to be close for our first down for Speaker. They're probably going to get a first down. President of my family, but Oregon. Oregon's are having Oregon, having that many helmet, that's going to be a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. There we go. That's much better. There we go. Oh, 3rd and inches. And McLeod's going to go for it. That's not McLeod. But he got it. They got that. That was Caleb Evans. Caleb Evans, first down. Michigan State. Who does Michigan? You know what? Here's what we're going to do at halftime. Let's look at the opening weeks of college football. Do we like that? Let's do that. So, wait. So, John, what was your college team again? I forgot. I'll look at them. Like, if you have a top college team that is your favorite, who is it? Family. My dad has like a collection of like a lot of like Virginia Tech. You cheer for Michigan State. Okay. So I'll check opening week for Michigan State. Local, and I'll go over their schedule. I want to get my thoughts on your team as well. See, like that's the thing for me, for like the fans. Like I like to talk about that. And NCS is VMI and Harvard. Okay. It's like I like to include them in conversations and teams. 2nd and 7, McLeod. He's looking. He's going to scramble to his right, throws on the run, and is picked off. It's Adrian Green with the pick. Montreal had to go, and then McLeod, Bevel, Thompson did that. Rip. That ain't good, Chief. He just cut Rambo's route. Yikes. That ain't good. That's not good, Chief. Oh, my goodness. Mascot power rankings. Big Red and the Duck. They're my top two. All right, let's see here. Alrighty. Payday. Okay. Okay. All right. I got the college schedule of just in case. First 6 games, he's 5-1 with the Lions last year, and now he's 5-1 with Calgary. But he's a lot more susceptible to interceptions, though, so that's got to keep an eye on the turnover game for Vernon Adams. So be careful with that. Be careful, Vernon. Be careful. But Calgary with a big interception instantly in Montreal territory. Can they have this opportunity to get this touchdown right here and right now? +9 turnover ratio in the last 3 games. Incredible work. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first. And play action is Vernon Adams, and here comes the blitz. And that was almost picked off again from Montreal. So they are getting the pressure on the Vernon Adams. And Vernon Adams is doing a nice job of throwing the ball away. So, Doug, what's up, Starseed? How are you doing today? How are we doing tonight on this fine evening? Calgary just got a crucial interception, and now they are looking forward to score a touchdown in Montreal territory. They are currently at the 44 on second down to 10. Vernon Adams and shotgun. He's going to drop back, and he's going to try to throw a laser, but he's going to pump fake it, and he gets a catch, but there's a flag on the field caught by Brooks, and we might need to wait and see what the flag is. Now, it was Eric Brooks with the catch, by the way. Ooh. And that penalty is going to be on Montreal, so that did not matter. Sorry, Seed. Oh, you're Alouettes. Nice. I'm like a beginner. I do NFL games. I do UFL games. I do college. But the CFL is very new to me. This is my 4th time I'm calling a game. So, actually my 5th game. Dominique Rhymes, that's Jalen Philpott. His brother on the Alouettes is out tonight. But he will shimmy shaking. He gets close to the first down marker. You're doing good, bro. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm trying to spread the word. Spread the word. And then once we get to halftime, oh yeah, John Feder that's a Tiger Cat fan. But by halftime, we're going to talk about the college football opening week. We got to get this to 100 viewers this game. Well, we can try. And Dedrick Mills pushing it in. Does he get in? And he does. Touchdown, Stampeders. Touchdown, Calgary. They did get the touchdown off that turnover, unfortunately, from Alouettes. Montreal's got to come up with a game plan. They got to keep up with Calgary. They cannot sit back. There were blitzes that worked out so fine. Yeah, I saw Justin Fields get injured. I was like, okay, what the hell? Like, who could have seen that coming? Oh, by the way, Star Seed NFL, you can see right behind me. Yeah, the Jets are a cursed franchise. But the extra point is no good. The extra point, no good. Wide left. So nothing will happen there. Nothing will happen there. So it's still 6-0. But the angry run from Dedrick Mills, he's going to go off right. But look at the block on the right tackle. He gives him the pancake. Sam's kicker is historically accurate, so strange. Tell that to Blair Walsh. Like, people call him the worst kicker, but he was doing so well. Like, he never missed a field goal at home until that wild card game. Tell that to Blair Walsh. I'll bet you a bag of Doritos and a pair of tennis shoes that house win. Why Seattle have Blair Walsh 2017? I don't know, but that's ironic. Oh, Starseed, quick question. What flavor of Doritos? What flavor are we talking? And the kick returner, he gets a moose. It looks like he gets to the 35. He gets to the 35. And also, most of the time, oh, brother, winner pick. Well, sorry. Not a lot of people had the same favorite flavors of Doritos. A bag of Doritos. That's definitely a bet. And then there's a catch made. That's Austin Mack. He will convert the first down to the 43, I believe. Purple bag. I do like the purple bag. I forgot the name of the flavor, but I know the taste. I like the bag. I remember that Blair Walsh game. I was hanging with my dad, my grandpa, and I remember cold scene at the game while watching on TV. Same here, dude. It's the third coldest game in NFL history. And here comes a shot pass or Charleston Rambo, and he will not get further out, and he will be tackled at the 50. Torture. I mean, wasn't there like one of his kicks that was against the Falcons, and he didn't even make it to the field goal post? He was just short. I think that was that year. I think it was that year against Atlanta. It looks like Rambo's trying to draw a flag for some reason. Okay. No, I don't blame Minnesota for laughing at Blair Walsh. It's like, hey, dude, you cost our playoffs. And you come Speaker, and he gets the first down. And now they entered in Calgary territory, and we have reached to the end of the first quarter. But it's still a close one as Calgary leads 6-0. The fact that the Jets have to open up their season against Aaron Rodgers. As the W White Boys in the chat room, Tyler Sneed and Speaker. What's Speaker's name? Hold on. Cole Speaker. Okay. And I just spit for some reason. But Austin Mack has been doing all right so far. He got some good yardage. And both teams have converted third downs of today. But no, Michigan. Yeah, Blair Walsh was bad. Steven Gostkowski when he joined the Titans. Oh my gosh. He was missing field goals left and right. I thought he was like a really accurate kicker, and then Tennessee happened. He missed field goals like he was missing field goals against Denver in 2019, and then the one that truly mattered, that one in the game, he made that one. There's a Mandela effect of the Kit Kats. The fact that if there is a hyphen on the Kit Kat or not. The truth is there's no hyphen. It's just crazy that like the Nelson Mandela effect can definitely screw your head. So many players have retired with Seattle. I know Adrian Peterson took his last nap with Seattle. I do remember that. I gotta know some Seattle players or history, like Steve Largent. Craig Olsen was a Seahawk. That's right. He was with Seattle. He was Seattle. Torello. Jerry Rice. Yeah, Jerry Rice was a Seahawk. And he was on the Raiders in Super Bowl 37 after getting curb stomped. Terrell Owens was really a Seahawk? I do not remember that. I really don't remember that. And here we go, 3rd and inches. So it was inches, and here comes Caleb Evans. QB sneak his way. He will get a first down. The second third down conversion of the day for Montreal. It's like, hey, if it's 3rd and inches, just go for it, Just go for it. Yeah, let's go for it. And there's Damon Webb. Yeah, Calgary's defense is good. Oh, it was for it was for preseason. I was like, oh, that makes sense. No wonder I never see him in the Seahawk uniform in the preseason. Saw Terrell Owens in the Seahawk uniform. And here's a flea flicker. Caleb Allen's still there. Going deep left side. What a catch! That is Tyler Snead with the first down at the 10. What a dot by Caleb Evans. And just torching two defensive backs. Holy crap. What a throw. What a throw. The speed, the can was there. Did the ball move? No, that's a catch. That is definitely a catch. There you go. Montreal, now they're at goal to go territory. At the Calgary's 9. Montreal is only 8th. Really? They're 8th in red zone touchdowns. Yeah, right. Right. And here's the play action. And here's the throw to Rambo. Cuts the inside. And he will be down at the 3. So 6-yard gain for Montreal. Second and goal from the 3. I think if you don't make it, go for it. You have to stick with Calgary. If you're literally at the 1, you go for it. You're literally right there. You are literally right there at the goal line. So why not go for it? So your second goal, the handoff up to the middle. But he will be stopped at the 2. Oh my goodness, it's 3rd and goal. Does Montreal go for it? Do you go for it? Do you go for it or not? Was that Travis Thies? It just proves we live into simulation. No, they're not going to go for it. Really? They're not going to go for it. Field goal's good, but wow. Okay. They do not want to go for it at the 2. We are somebody or something's AI. A lot of my TikTok page is like, it's like one of those like vlog series that's just like gorillas just holding like a freaking selfie stick. It's so stupid. Like the only thing I'm only good with AI is like if you're like making like AI president or if you're just making like a comedy series about. Like, if you're just doing silly with AI, that's where I'm like, okay, I'm good for it. But if you're using AI to make art, and like, then you're just replacing artists at that point, which can be up for debate, but it's like talent. Like, look at this beautiful school part. I don't even need to have AI for it. Yeah, if you do AI videos are funny, but kind of most are not. Yeah. It's just I feel like it just depends on like the type of humor that you were looking for. I think that is what the criteria is. It's like, does it fit your humor? It's like, yeah, some of them do, some of them do not. I saw this AI videos like a husband and wife during the football season. The husband's like, it is either me or football. And then it cuts to the guy wearing Bears uniforms, and he said, it's either me or football. And then everybody all of a sudden in the stands started clapping at the same time. At least comedians won't have to worry about their jobs being taken over. Oh God. It just depends on what kind of comedians you enjoy. Once again, it's just subjective based. Oh wow, this is a it's all females tonight? The officials are all female? Well, the referee, but the female support group. Amazing. Play action. And the Tevin Johns, he will get a gain of 5, but something went down. But you'll pick it up. That's a gain of 5. 12 minutes remaining until we get to the glorious halftime. Calgary still up 6-3. Montreal, hearing they have one of the top defenses up the CFL, they got to put the pressure on Vernon Adams before they get a crucial first down. High octane offense and shotgun. And here's a little end around. And he does get it. And he's trying to find some space. And Jalen Philpott will be tackled. It looks like it will be around that Montreal territory. But yeah. So there you go. Tyson Philpott's brother, Jalen, makes a big play tonight. And Tyson is out for the game. Just good blocking up. It's just good blocking up front. So yeah, 64, like he just shoved him out of the way. Tevin Jones with a block up on the right side of the field, just getting the head start of the blocking already. That's just good. That's just how tells you how efficient that Calgary offense has been this season. And we have an Alouette down on the field. And they're going to step away. Great. Just when certain things just start to get good, commercial break. Because of injury. So, Starcy, quick question for you. Do you have an NFL team? Do you have a college team? What sports do you enjoy? Curiosity. I'd like to get to know the fans, you know? I like to get to know, like when it comes to fans, it's like I want to know what your team is so I can at least be aware of what's going on with that team. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people are like, there's a variety. We have a variety of people. So random guy, he is a Seahawks fan. He's a Seahawks fan of the NFL. Anthony's a Giant fan. John, I believe, is a Lion fan. Same with Flyer. Base Tugboat is both Seattle and Vegas. So we have a little bit of a variety. We have a variety. Josh Gordon was a Seahawk for like 2 games. That's right, he was a Seahawk. And he was a Patriot too. 2019, he was a Patriot. And then they lost in the wild card against the Titans. What if the Patriots would have won against the Dolphins? What if they got into the what if they got to the divisional round bye? What if they got the second round bye? What would have been? What would have been then? It was the final year of the two seed to have a bye. All right, Montreal at the 44. It's Calgary. Handing it off to Dedrick Mills, and he gets a gain of 5. Golden Tate was a Seahawk. He was a Seahawk before he was a Lion. Then 2020, I think he was a Giant, and he picked a fight off with one of the Ram players. That I forgot about. Second down and 5 for Montreal's 39. That's definitely in field goal range. And Tevin Jones, he does get the first down. And the drive will extend for Calgary. Calgary's not doing a lot of big explosive plays like they have been doing for the past couple of weeks, but they are just chewing up yards as much as they can. So that is... Oh, gosh. Oh, Kenny. Oh, gosh. That's like the worst contract in free agency history. Kenny Galladay. He pretty much made money by doing absolutely jack all. Adams, he's going to move to his right, and he's going to go a little deep. He finds Dominique Rhymes. Does he get the touchdown? And he does. Touchdown to Calgary. It's Dominic Grimes. Yeah, he was like a Seahawk for a brief moment, and then he retired. Mainly because he couldn't get back to when he was until he broke his ankle when he was on the Giants. And that was just unfortunate that all the receivers on the Giants in 2017, including Odell Beckham, just got injured and just never got back to the field again that season. It was bad. It was awful. It was just awful. It was awful. Percy Harvin was a Seahawk. He got that kickoff return in Super Bowl 48. Now we have a 10-point game. At least it's not a shutout for now. But Montreal needs a comeback in the making. A comeback needs to be in the making. All right. Kiss freeze down the sideline. He's going to go touchdown Seattle. Man, that was people consider. I don't blame others at saying that Super Bowl 48 was the worst Super Bowl. Luke Wilson is a reporter for TSN. Really? That's amazing. Luke Wilson, now reporter for TSN. The worst Super Bowl for me was 53. That was the worst Super Bowl that I have ever seen. And people think, oh, Super Bowl 59 was the absolute worst piece of things in the NFL. Ooh, Patriots. Ooh, Patriots are improving. I can see the Patriots improve the season. And we do play each other on Thursday night, so there you go. There you go. What about college? But yeah, but people thought 59 was bad. Oh, they have not seen. Yeah, 53 was the worst. 53 was the worst. There was just no offense. 55 is pretty bad too. I mean, it's underwhelming, but it wasn't. But I'm just saying that, in my opinion, no Super Bowl is going to be worse than Super Bowl 53. 31-9. Well, 13-3. Just no offense. It was just only one touchdown. That was it. And that was a Sonny Michel rushing touchdown. And Julian Edelman won MVP. But 52, though, was good. Morris halftime, too. Well, to give credit, you have to, cut them slack because it was COVID season. So, they had to do everything while following, social distancing protocols. It was tricky back then. So I just give, the weekend just a little bit of slack. No, but Maroon 5, because 2018 was the year that the creator of SpongeBob, Steven Hillenburg, passed away. Yeah. But yeah, they freaking used Sweet Victory just to build up Travis Scott. I thought for real they were going to no, I was kind of hurt. I was kind of hurt by that. It was bad. It was so bad. Yes, Thomas. Thomas Ellington. Sean Thomas Ellington. Yeah, Travis Scott. It was sicko mode. That was the song though. They pretty much use Sweet Victory as to build up the sicko mode, which is just not ideal. People SpongeBob and Travis Scott in the same sentence should be a crime. That's the first I heard you say it must be a crime. And here's the first down to Charleston Rambo. He gets past the 50 and he will be tackled at the 52. We have around 8:30 remaining until we reach halftime. Yeah, SpongeBob and Travis Scott in the same sentence. And I just did it, so I commit a crime, LOL. Oh, beauty. McLeod is throwing to his left, and here's an open out Austin Mack. Holy crap. He got the hands and he got the feet. First down, Montreal. Did you see the new South Park episode? Oh my gosh. Like, I have not seen it, but I have seen clips on TikTok. Oh my gosh. What's funny was like the people online were saying like, yo, why did you make Trump Canadian? And I'm like, did you not see the movie? Did you not see the South Park movie? Did you not see the resemblance of him? The voice, his manners, the fact that he's in love with Satan. Do you not get it? He's basically Saddam Hussein 2.0. That's ridiculous. Like, my favorite reaction is like, yo, they make Trump kidding. I'm like, no, they didn't. They freaking didn't. That's another first time from Montreal. And that's Austin Mack. He's having yourself a good day today. And it's not only just like the episode was crazy, but it's like the backstory. Your mom. No, it's like it's not just the fact that the episode just blew up, but it's like you have to look at the backstory of Paramount and what they were doing with Skydance. Oh, and Speaker dropped the ball. He was trying to run before he was trying to catch. Unfortunate. Yeah, we are getting off topic from the game. Hey, man, look, I'm trying to talk to people, man. But freaking Cole Speaker just dropped the ball. Cole Speaker dropped the ball. Yeah, he was. I think it was more like he was more focusing on running than he was on catching right there. Thompson dumps it off. He gets past the 25. He gets the first down, past the 20, past the 15, past the 10. He will get tripped up at the 6. And that is that Sabasu? Regis Sabasu? But great footwork. So great running back screen. That could be a little block in the reconnect. Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Oh, I'm sweating. Oh, goodness. I don't know what the heck just happened. Okay. Okay. That happened. That just happened. Okay. Hold on. That gave me you guys, and that just missed the. And you guys missed my touchdown reaction. So freaking great, awesome. And it looks like there was also a Rouge for Montreal, too. So I don't know. I did not see the Rouge. I'm just more worried about trying to get the stream back. Try to make sure the stream is back to what it was. That really scared me. I never had that happen since when I was trying to do Jacksonville State in Middle Tennessee. That was okay. Adams is rolling to his right, and he overthrows his receiver. I think he was attending for Tevin Jones. Okay. Okay. I feel fine. I feel okay. But golly, it was. All right. Dropping back. Adams. Platt got deflected. The line was almost picked off. That was almost picked off. So 3rd and 15, Montreal could have a chance of trying to take the lead. I forgot to do the possessions. Dagnabbit. It was going so well. It was going so well. Then the stream froze. No, but never mind that. The show must continue to go on. And it looks like the ball was bobbling by Lincoln Victor, but Montreal will still have the ball. Montreal still has the ball. Let's see here. There we go. But yeah, we are back. We're good. So 1st down and 10 for Montreal from the 26. And here comes a handoff. And then that run will be only for 1 yard. Just really didn't get anywhere. That was Theus with a 1 yard gain. Bevel Thompson, 146 yards, and Adams with 116, so we're neck and neck. Thompson with the screen. Oh, that was almost picked off. Oh my goodness, what a hit. No, I mean, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy the stream's still going. I kind of okay. Okay. Yeah. I took that. Okay. Yeah, John, I took that as a different meaning. Yeah. Okay. But I'm just happy we did not get locked out. But yeah. All right. Well, let me go ahead and check. CFL. I'm just looking up like games that try to look up the other games that we can try to do. Hold on, let's see. Schedule. More where to watch. See, 3rd and 13. And there's a high punt. Taking it from the 32. No fair catches in the CFL. And you're trying to find some room, but he will be down to the 46. He'll be down at the 46-yard line. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see. Calgary has even had the fewest penalties. First down to 10 with 2.5 minutes. Yeah, Grey Cup rematch. I might as well do that game too because I never done Argonauts. Here comes down the middle, incomplete for Calgary. Caleb Horton. Drop it back. It's Adams. He's looking. He's going to look for a check. He has to check down as an option, but he's going to fire this one deep and is underthrown. I was almost picked off again for the 4th time, I believe, in this game that Montreal defense had the hand on the ball, but could not bring it in as a pick. Oh man. That was just close. And then Montreal will have the ball back. And it's Victor, and he's going to get tackled by the arm at the 36. So, decent field position with 2 minutes remaining, 2:05 specifically. Montreal is trying to take the lead before halftime. Excuse me. But Victor does not get the speed out. He was close, though. He was very close to beat him with the speed that he has at his feet. Let's see. Drop it back. Thompson. And he gets sacked. And it looks like he stripped the ball away. Do they gonna count that for a turnover for Calgary? No, they're gonna say second down. They're gonna say second down. Well, let's take a closer look at that. That was close. He had him on the arms. Can't really tell. You can't really tell from the angle. There's flags on the play. First second today, too. Orimalade was the person that got the sack off. Yeah, Valerian Orimalade. Looks just like a jump ball, but it feels like second down. But it really does look like. I mean, I can see why they could be Calgary, but it's like, do you have the evidence of saying like, oh, okay, Orimalade has a bigger possession of the ball than we thought? And here comes running back. They'll only get a gain of 5. That was on 2nd and 22. They will not get what they want, and we're gonna have flags flying out. Players are trash talking. They're just getting up all in each other's faces. But we might wait to see what the flags are going to be on. It's offsetting penalties. So, just penalties. So 3rd and 18. With the punt now, Calgary set to return, and he's going to take it from the 20. And he's going to take it to the 31. That's the 31. So now it's Calgary's turn. And now it's Calgary's turn to get the ball back. But still get this high octane offense. Let's get more points to extend the lead, trying to put the game out of business. Or will Montreal make their stand and really trying to beat Calgary? And then Calgary's Dietrich Mills is going to get tackled with a 5-6 yard gain. DeAndre Hopkins in practice? Oh, that's odd. That's odd. Jason Moss. 5 penalties in the first half for Calgary. Brandon Adams just sitting there and throws into Dominique Rhymes in coverage, and that was a minute 4 remaining. And Montreal, 3 Montreal players are getting up into Rhymes' face. There's just trash talking. I don't know what they're doing, but I think it's safe to say that we have there's some bad bloods. So 3rd and 4, they will punt away. Oh, offsides on Montreal, and that's going to be a first down because it was less than 5. It was less than 5 yards to go, so that's first down Calgary. So they're back on the field. Oh, Montreal. What are you doing? You have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding. Wow. Drop it back. And, ooh, there's a big hit. But that ball will be incomplete since his arm was considered going forward. Now it's second down for Calgary. But the pressure sensed. Yeah, he jumped. He definitely jumped. So that stinks for Montreal. Jumping off sides on with 3rd and 4. Adams, and he's going to go deep left side. Oh, what the freaking catch by Tevin Jones, but there's a flag down. Maybe could be holding. But regardless, what an effort by Tevin Jones. What effort by Tevin Jones. Illegal contact on the receiver. Illegal contact, so that catch will get erased off the board. Saying at 50 seconds now. Illegal contact on Calgary. Adams. Oh, good punch out. That was a good punch out right there. That was a nice punch out right there from Kevianento. It's a good punch out. Really nice. But 46 seconds, 3rd and 10 from the Calgary 42. Punt will be away now. The ball will bounce back, and it's actually going to go forward. It was actually bouncing forward, and that will be Montreal's ball. But this time, another flag on the field. This is like a long 30 minutes. It is like a long 33 minutes of the second quarter. Wow. A penalty on Calgary. So now Montreal's starting to have the ball in Calgary territory. So there's a good chance you can score. This is it right here. You got to get more in the field goal range. That's a 8-yard pickup from Theus. That's an 8-yard pickup. It's a good gain. It's a nice gain. That will be like a 48-yard gain. from where they're at, which is doable. It's doable from there. Montreal, and here's a catch, and then Spiegler will go out of bounds. That will stop the clock, and they're at the 30 with 10 seconds remaining. So they could go one more play, and then they can call the timeout. It was a 5-year, $210 million for Wilkins. That's right. Okay. So 10 seconds remaining at the Calgary 30. McLeod, why are you passing it? Just trying to get yardage. And McLeod, now you call timeout. You got to go for it. You got to kick a field goal from there. And that is how you can take the lead. So at least he didn't pass it, because that would have been bad. For that, probably would have been bad for Montreal if he intercepts it. Would have been bad. 36 yards from Maltos, and Maltos' kick is up, and it is good. And Montreal will take the halftime lead 14-13. All right. There's a game that we got. So here's a game that we got right now. All right. All righty. We have college football to talk about, because less than a month from now, we will be back in the world of college football. I'm excited for that. Hope you're too, because I'm sure as heck could be excited. Looks like my cat wants in. Ooh, Alrighty. Meow. Okay. 14-13. Hey, it's not a weird score now, is it? But anyways. Yeah, so week 0 is going to be the first official college football week. People really say like week 0 doesn't really matter. Me, it does. And there's some definitely crucial games that we need to keep an eye on coming in for week 0. Especially several, actually. The first game that's going to happen is Iowa State versus Kansas State. You know, I might as well just show it. You guys can follow along with me. All righty. So we're at halftime now. As of right now, we're just looking at the scores. We are mainly just looking at the scores of the schedule of opening week of college football, since it's getting very close. So to start off, we got the game in Ireland between Iowa State and Kansas State. That is important. It's not only the first game of the college football season, but it's also a conference rivalry between Iowa State and Kansas State. They ended off the season against each other. They ended the regular season against each other. So I say that game in particular is going to be a good one at that. And then, of course, the two games below here is actually really important. Fresno State, Kansas. Kansas is trying to look some redemptions, especially for Lance Leipold after a disappointing 5-7 season. And Fresno State are entering their final season as members of the Mountain West Conference, because 2026 will be the year they're going to join the the newly revamped Pac-12 conference with Oregon State, Washington State, and then definitely other teams that we will get to. And then, of course, you have a conference, UNLV 35, Idaho 14. I mean, that could be, I think that's realistic. Then you have Sam Houston, Western Kentucky. That game's going to be huge. Sam Houston and Western Kentucky, they played each other in the Conference USA Championship game, I believe. And it was definitely close at best. Boise State, South Florida on Thursday. San Diego State and Boise State are going to join the Pac-12 in 2026 alongside with Fresno State. Let's see here. East Carolina and North Carolina State. That's going to be a nice one because they got a little bit toxic with each other when they played each other in the bowl game, and it wasn't pretty. It was not pretty for sure. Delaware they're opening up their season against Delaware State. Let's see. Let's keep going. Buffalo, Minnesota. Nebraska, Cincinnati. That could be a good one at 9 o'clock. Man, Cincinnati playing at 9? What the hell? And Friday, and John, if you're still in chat, there's Michigan State facing Western Michigan. App State versus Charlotte at the Duke of Nails Classic. And then Friday night, we have Auburn versus Baylor and Georgia Tech and Colorado at the same time. So you have a good Friday night schedule. There it is right there. And UNLV will have their game against Idaho State. And they're going to go ahead and travel over to Texas to face off Sam Houston. And Central Michigan will play San Jose State. There's Oregon, Montana State, Indiana, and the Old Dominion. Interesting matchup. Mississippi State, Southern Miss, Syracuse, Tennessee. This here, that's the marquee matchup right there you're looking for. Texas, Ohio State. There you go. There you go. Ball State, Purdue, they're in the same state. Tulane is facing Northwestern. And there's VMI facing Navy. Toledo versus Kentucky. Let's see. Alabama playing Florida State. That's interesting. Florida State was really bad back then. Very bad. Marshall facing Georgia. That's going to be a blowout in Georgia's favor. South Dakota, Iowa State. Temple, UMass. This is UMass's first season back in the MAC conference. They are no longer independent. This is Northern Illinois' last season as part of the MAC conference, and they will join Northwestern. The Mountain West in the Mountain West Conference in 2026. Let's see here. Coastal Carolina facing Virginia. Let's see what primetime games. UTSA and A&M. What about 7:30? ABC, LSU and Clemson. I got my money on the Tigers. This is Missouri State's first game as a member of the FBS level, and they will play USC. Definitely not going to end well. New Mexico will face Michigan. UTEP, this is their final season of the member in the Conference USA, and they will join the Mountain West Conference alongside with Northern Illinois and a few others, and others. Rice, Louisiana, Eastern Michigan, and Texas State. The following season, Texas State will join as a member of the Pac-12 Conference. They were the last team to do so to make the Pac-12 an official FBS conference. And remember, you have to have 8 members to be to be an official conference. And Texas State helped to make it possible. Yeah, NIU and the Mountain West could be bizarre. Yeah, it's funky. That's like saying SMU here it's like saying SMU is in the ACC. Anyways. Let's see. Cal and Oregon. You know what? I like this. Cal and Oregon State. That makes me miss the Pac-12, the original Pac-12 so much. There are no mountains in Illinois. What do you know? But Cal and Oregon State. That's such a Pac-12 game right there. I might watch that game. I don't care how late I'm staying up. I'm watching it. I'm going to watch that game. I will watch it. Hawaii and Arizona on TNT/Max. And Fox, 11. It's 11 p.m. game between Utah and UCLA. And then Sunday, of course, Virginia Tech and South Carolina. By the way, this is probably the closest that we can get for a cockfight. All right. And then we have the return of convicts versus Catholics. Is the UNLV game going to be a national broadcast? Let me check back. ESPN Plus. No, wait, that's why it's Kentucky. I'm stupid. Where the heck did I have it? I think they played later. I think it was later. I think I passed them, maybe. I don't know, man. Hold on. Let's see. We're just going to change. What we're going to do is we're just going to change the filter to Mountain West. Kind of. If you have CBS Sports Network, there you go. There you go against Sam Houston. All right. Bottom. Labor Day. TCU, North Carolina. What about Idaho State? Let's see. To be determined. That game will be determined. Check week 2. I always in the first weeks, like the first 3 weeks. Eastern Washington. TBD is worse. Yeah, you never know until like 2 weeks later or something. Let's see. San Jose, Texas. Hey, look, Fresno State, Oregon State. There you go. Back at it again. The future of the Pac-12 relies on these two teams facing each other. That's just the Mountain West in a nutshell, but UCLA and UNLV on CBS Sports Network again. I need FBS again. Phil. Ooh, now you got me talking. Now you got me talking. I like that. Oklahoma State versus Oregon at Oregon. Vanderbilt, Virginia Tech. Vanderbilt upset Virginia Tech last year. And man, it was a good one. Let's see what other games. The Cyhawk Cup, the Cyhawk rivalry. Of course, you need that. Virginia and North Carolina State are already playing their conference games already. Illinois and Duke could be good. Could be. Baylor, SMU. They were UConn, Syracuse, Liberty, Jacksonville State, both members of the conference. They will face. Same with Ole Miss, Kentucky. Kansas, Missouri. Hey, the border war. Hey, let's go. We got the border war back. It's about time. When was the last time these two teams faced each other? Hold on. Kansas versus Missouri. When was the last time they faced each other? They had that historic battle for the national championship one day. That was 2007. Whoa, wow. It's very close than I thought too. Missouri's winning. It's 56 and 55 and 9. When was the last time they faced each other? Was it really 07? They last faced each other in 2011. Wow. And 14 years later, the border war is back. Dude, I'm pumped. Honestly, I'm pumped. I'm so pumped that we got this game. Yeah. So happy. Thank you for restoring rivalries. I love it when college restores rivalries. So good. Oh, we gotta go quick here before we get back to halftime. Delaware, Colorado, Texas State, UTSA. Let's see. Who else? Middle Tennessee, Wisconsin, South Florida versus Florida. I think the team from Florida is going to win. Missouri State, Marshall. North Carolina, Charlotte. Army, Kansas State, who's prime timing it up on week 2. Memphis, Georgia State. Tulane, South Alabama. Ball State, Auburn. ESPN2, Arizona State, Mississippi State. ABC, Michigan, Oklahoma. Akron, Nebraska. On NBC is Boston College and Michigan State. UCLA, UNLV. The Battle of Toledo. Holy Toledo. San Diego State and Washington State. Stanford, BYU. And let's get back to the matchup as we are getting ready for the second half of this game between the Alouettes and the Stampeders. And here we go. Calgary will get the ball back. And then he will get stuffed before reaching to the 30. Alrighty. So does Montreal have a game plan stopping the offense of Calgary? I'm not sure. I am unsure. Definitely the one thing I should do is to talk about let's see. I might I gotta come up. I might just make the thumbnail for the Ireland game, just in case. Calgary will start in their own 45. And Mills will take the carry, and he gets 5 on the run, so he gets to the 50. Now Calgary is looking at second and mid distance or second and five. They're saying second and 4, so 6-yard gain for Calgary. Calgary's has a handful of penalties coming in today. Like after the first half, they were being handed a lot of penalties, which is unlike Calgary because they're one of the teams that do not get as much penalties in the game. They have like 6 penalties per game, and they got all 6 in the first half. Adams, and there's an open receiver, and he will get tackled past the 45-yard line. That is Eric Brooks, and he will put Calgary in Montreal territory. Just like that. Just great crossing routes. He just went behind the Calgary receivers, so he does not get followed. The Alouettes will have to be forced to work their way around the receivers to get the Brooks. I do like that combination, all those crossing routes. And Mills comes again, and Mills gets a gain of 8 up the middle on the right hash. And incoming second down and 1. They're second and 2 with an 8-yard gain coming in for Dedrick Mills. Yeah, James Butler, A.J. Alouette, and Dedrick Mills, they are a 3-headed monster coming in today. James Butler has 504 yards, 466 from Mills, A.J. with 428. They're all looking for 1,000-yard seasons. Montreal's 36. It's second and 2. And Mills with the carry, he will get the first down up the middle. He gets tackled at the 30. Kansas head coach Bill Self was traveled to the hospital after seeing symptoms of really? The heck for basketball? Damn. Not good. So now they're on the 30-yard line of Montreal. It is 1st and 10. Dedrick Mills has been completing this drive pretty much on his own, alongside with the help of Eric Brooks. And Brandon Adams rolling on a run to his right, and he finds a man, and he gets to the 10-yard line. And that is first down. And that is Horton with the catch and run. Hang on, give me one little second. Gonna bring Calgary up here. There we go. There we go. Oh. Yeah, Damian Alford exited the game with an unfortunate injury. And he goes, Mills going outside on the right, trucks the Alouette over like a steamroller. That is touchdown, Calgary. And they will take a 5-point lead. Do they go for 2 to make it 7? Do they go for 2 to make it 7? Also, at the same time, I'm also looking for weeks 3 and maybe 4 on what we got on opening weekend. And they are going to go for 2 as I anticipated. This is their first attempt of the 2-point conversion this season. And Adams was going to throw to the left. And he gets Eric Brooks for 2. So now it's a 7-point game. 7-point contest now between Calgary and Montreal. And as Calgary takes the lead, 21-14. A definitely normal football score. If you can believe it or not. Oregon plays Northwestern at noon at Fox. Interesting, at noon. I might do that game, man. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I might do that game. Oregon versus Northwestern. At that freaking tiny field. USC, Purdue. Yeah, they're like having teams doing conference play already. Like Clemson, Georgia Tech, Purdue, USC. It's the backyard brawl. But let's see. UTEP, Texas. That's definitely not going to be a blowout. Let's see. Ohio State. Ooh, good one. I like that one. Let's see. Ooh, Florida LSU on ABC and A&M and Notre Dame on NBC Peacock. Duke, Tulane, Utah, Wyoming. Let's see. Air Force, Utah State, Minnesota, California. Intriguing. Texas State, Arizona State, and Boston College versus Stanford in ACC play. It's like so weird seeing games that like you may think are not ACC, and it's only happening like at this time of college football. Like you may think Boston College and Stanford are rivalries. There are conference rivalries. They are. They certainly are. Ooh, man. But here's the thing. It's like, and here comes Montreal. So here's the thing for me. Since I'm going to be teaching, I'm probably not going to do as many streams that much. So I'm trying to make a rule. I may not stream a lot of NFL games as much as I want to because, I want to focus on my work. But if I'm on break, why not? Or I don't have that much to do, why not? But chances of that's going to run low. So it's like I might run into a lot more of college football because it's a Saturday and I pretty much have all of Sunday to do whatever I need to do. So I think what I'm going to try to do is on Saturdays that I am available, I feel like the only college football game I'm going to do is going to be the noon games, the ones that are going to happen at 12. So like week 0, I might do only Iowa State and Kansas State. Then when week 1 arrives, I might do Texas and Ohio State. Like that's just what's going to happen. And then I had to come up with a solution on like, okay, what game do I want to pick between these games? It's like I do want to cover some smaller schools, like the group of 5 schools. I don't want them to be like all big schools as much as I can. It just depends on where we at in the season coming up. And here comes 3rd and 1, and they're going to go for it with Caleb Evans. 3rd time of the game, and they're going for their own 43. Oh, that's close, but I think he got it. I think he got the first down. I think that is a first down for Montreal. Anyways. And the running back's going to try to run on the left, but does not get there. That's Roberts tackling down. And then there's the injured running back of Montreal is down on the field. And he's just sitting there on his knees, not getting up. It looks like he's not getting up. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, now he's just flying on the ground. But yeah, not good. Yeah, Christian Wilkins. Maintain physical condition to play. Just damn, dude. That was a bad signing. But again, it's like at the same time, like injuries are inevitable in the game of football. You can never predict when they're going to happen. You can never predict what happens. Yeah, everybody. It's 5 in the morning. You have a plan for him. You have a plan for Aaron Glenn says we have a plan for Jermaine Johnson. I'm like, well, I hope that plan's a good one. He has a make a break season with like Fields. Like he wants a contract extension. And here's McLeod, and he's going deep in the middle, and he's going to go incomplete. That was not only underthrown, but off the left. And Brown was the one who got the hit on McLeod Bethel Thompson. The story inside the Idaho State Hotel is called the Bengal Den. I like that. Oh, dude, he just pile driving him to the ground. Damn. So 3rd down and 9. Then here comes the punt from Montreal. Taking it from the 21 is Brooks. And Brooks will get pushed back, and he will be stopped at the 31, I believe. Kind of ironic that we stay there. Kind of ironic you stayed there. How is it ironic that you guys stay? Is that their mascot? Or like what's the irony? What is the irony? It is their mascot. Makes sense. Yeah. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Me, a Rebel fan, saying how the Bengals Hotel. Yeah, in less than about a month left of like about a month left until week 0 begins. But in the Bengals Hotel. Like if you have like a most hated rival, like let's say let's travel back to rivalry week. And let's just say the Idaho State Potatoes. Like you go to Reno, Nevada, and you're dressing up in full UNLV gear, do you have the guts to do it? Do you have the guts to do it? Just walk into Nevada Wolfpack in UNLV Rebels gear. It's the pump fakes, and he gets it. That is Philpott, I believe. And that it is. And he will barely just get the first. And no, they're going to say he's down by inches. So technically a 10-yard, 9-yard gain for a Philpott. Jalen Philpott. Tyson, again, is out for today. He is out for today. All right. We have about 7 minutes left until the game starts. They're probably going to do QB sneak. And it looks like he may have got it. And as they are lining up to spot the bot, it looks like they do get it. It does look like they got it. They sold Bengal Mission Hotel. I mean, why not? I mean, if it's on campus, sell them. You know? I mean, hotels have restaurants. Why not have a shop? Why not have a shop, right? Why not have a shop? Oh my goodness! Speaking of Idaho, did you hear about the crime that Brian? I think his name was Brian Kohlberger, who did those crimes. They was testifying it. Oh my goodness! That was just dark. It wasn't on campus. It was 5 minutes away, but it's still close. It was still relatively close. So it's like, because it's like if you're near campus, it's like, hey, you might as well support. It's like, hey, you might as well support the school at that point. Calgary on 2nd and 12, and 2nd and 2 at the 51, handing off the Mills, and Mills is actually gonna get. Oh, he barely made the first down. He was tangled up by 2 Alouettes, and then he managed to stretch to the first down marker. But actually, they're gonna say he's short. I refuse to buy rifle gear. I dare you. No, what I'm saying is, you get your UNLV, get in your UNLV gear, travel to Nevada in Reno, and just exist. It's just like if you're our biggest rivalry, like they'll just hate you instantly. Ooh, no first down, 3rd and inches. And here comes Quincy Vaughns. You know exactly what Calgary's going to do. You know what they're going to do. This is so easy to get a first down if you're just, because you have to be a yard separate. So easy to do it too. Like that's just easy to do. That's just easy to do a QB sneak. Eagles fans will just do that for and then they'll gain yards every time. They're gonna take up the whole minute of the first quarter just by doing so because of that yard separation in the CFL. That's just how broken the QB sneak is. It's broken. And here comes an end around by Philpott, and Philpott is breaking tackles. He's breaking free, and he's breaking other tackles past the 20, and he's going to get down out of bounds at the 10, but there's flags on the play. Philpott is like the juggernaut, bitch, and he's just running through. running through Alouettes players left and right. But it's going to get neglected because of a holding penalty. Oh, that was so good. Oh, my goodness. That was so good. Oh, my goodness. Do you know what city Idaho State is? I have not. The only city I know Idaho is in is Boise, and that is it. And that's the Boise State Broncos. And what a catch by Dominique Rives on a catch and run and getting a 20-plus yard gain to get a first down. He just did that. No problem. No problem. No problem. That just shows you. It's like you can take him at first and 20, take him down to first and 30. Pocatello. Pocatello. I never heard of that city. Is that like where in the location is Pocatello? Is it like is it near the border or is it like in the middle? It'll be funny if it's like on the tip of Idaho. And here comes Mills and there's a fumble. The ball knocked out of Mills' hands. Is it Montreal's ball? And it is. Oh my goodness. Montreal's defense. What the fumble? Montreal has a fumble and we're covered by the Alouettes. And that was Sankey with the recovery. Central bottom. Okay, central bottom. Sure, I'm going to look that. You know what? I'm going to look at my trusty dusty Google Maps. Let's see. Yeah, so it's still like very sunny. All right. Pocatello. Okay. Pocatello. Alrighty. Ooh, there's a national force. Alrighty. Feel like there's a lot of mountain ranges for sure. Okay, there's Boise. That's near the border of Washington. There's Pocatello. They don't look far, but given the fact that it's the Northwest, it's going to be far. It's going to be far. Yeah, what a fumble. What a freaking fumble. All right. Let's see. How do you spell okay. Pocatello. Damn. 3 hours. What the freak? 3-hour drive. Holy damn. It's a 3-hour drive. I'll be double dog damn. McLeod tries to avoid the sack. Oh, that's going to be horse collar on 93. That's horse collar on 93. Even a blind squirrel could see that. That's horse collar. That's going to push up Montreal for a good chunk of yards. Revving the pass. Yeah, revving the passer. Horse collar. 15 yards no matter what. But yeah, you can't just yank him at the back of the collar, man. You can't do that. Excuse me. McLeod, here comes a little check down. And here comes Rambo. Rambo trying to break away tackles. And now they're going to be at Calgary territory with a gain of 6. You see how small the stadium is? It's a small stadium. It's a small stadium. And I don't think Calgary's even filling. Are they filling it? Like, Calgary's one of the best teams, and you can't fill it? Damn. That ain't good, Chief. Now, 2nd and 4 at Calgary's 50. Thompson dropping back. He's going to chunk it deep left side. And incomplete. Intended for a Mac. And Damon Webb was in coverage. And then that will be 3rd and 4 at the Calgary. Still at the Calgary 50. Like, he had a little inside route, and Webb just stuck with him, just stuck him like glue throughout the whole route. And they wanted to see if there was a pass interference call. And there comes the punt for Montreal, so that's unfortunate. A turnover that never accounted to nothing. And he's going to try to kick it as far as he could. And he's going to take it from inside the 10, but he will get tackled at the 14. So, luckily for Calgary, nothing really happened with the ball after the fumble recovery from Montreal. But Dedrick Mills will feel pretty lucky that there was no points adding from Montreal's end, and it's still a close game of 21-14. So after that touchdown, there was literally nothing else that's been happening in this game. But can Calgary keep it up? Adams throws a screen, and he instantly gets Phil Pockets instantly tangled up with a loss of 3 on the play. With a loss of 3. Second and 13, with about 40 minutes left. Adams, and he's going to try to run away. He's trying to run away, and he's going to run it, but he will not get the first down. And he stopped at around the 20. And a little slowly but surely, Vernon Adams is getting up, and he looks a little bit roughed up after that run he was trying to make. Like, he gets grabbed on the shoulder, and here comes his armband, and then he gets hit by 2 Alouette players. And then that caused him to slowly get up. Yeah, I'm not sure. But Montreal does get the ball back. Taking it from the 34, he will pass the 40, and he will get tackled at the 44, but there is a penalty marker on the play, and there's going to be another flag because an Alouette player shoved the Stampeder to the ground. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? It was exactly 0 seconds. We might end of the 4th quarter, but we're just going to wait and see what the penalties are first. Because one of them happening, I would think we would accept 2 penalties. There's holding. there's another penalty when he was shoving, and that was after the play. So we're going to end that third quarter like that anyways. It's still a one possession game at least, but Al's going to win. I mean, they got the fumble, but they got to get the offense going. We have one quarter remaining, my friend. Stay tuned and watch this thing unfold. But number 9, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You cannot shove players after the play was called. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Oh yeah, Starseed. What is your favorite? Do you have a favorite college team, or you don't? I think I meant to ask you that, but I keep. I think I meant to ask you that. But yeah, like both. I mean, this has been a good game. It's been a nice game. I just like the winning team. I just like the winning teams. Nah, see, I'm the opposite. Whenever you get me into the world of college football, you bring in chaos. You bring in chaos. You bring me the chaos, and I will flip out. The best game, I think the best call I have ever done in this game was calling 2 games at the same time. Between it was the ACC championship games. I like the overs on the totals. Dude, in UFL, like the total was 52.5 between the Defenders and the Panthers. And the total went over before halftime was there. Before halftime started. But yeah, the ACC championship and the Big Ten, they were close games. They were high scoring, and it was just amazing throughout. It's like how I do it is like I have my iPad that has like streaming services, so I just like, okay, I'm just gonna have it right beside me. There you go. Bang, bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, now Calgary's got to start deep in their own territory because that's like 30-yard penalty because that's like 25-yard penalty because you got holding and then unnecessary up there. So yeah, you're starting from your own 15. Not around your own 40. And McLeod catches it to Cole Speaker, and Speaker is going to get out, hopefully, for a first down. It's at the 25-yard line. I'd be walking around the gym with half a chub. I do need to get back. I used to run cross country, and I'm just trying to get back to my old running shape, but I haven't been running in a long time, and I really want to get back to it. See you later, Tugboat. Hope you have yourself a good night, man. I hope you have yourself a good night. So now we're looking at 2nd down and 8. I got to rest after a long day run. No, man, I don't blame you. It's always the driving. It's like you're not doing much, but I mean, you're doing like a lot of thinking. So it's like a lot of mental work. It's a lot of mental work when you're just driving and concentrating on the road. Thompson, standing in the pocket, throws it across his body. He gets his man. That is Regis Sabisu with the catch, and he will get the first down. Montreal slowly but surely just going up on the field. Go run from New York to Pennsylvania. New York to Pennsylvania. I never been to New York, actually. I've never been to New York. First down and 10 from the 43. And Thompson will throw a screen. He gets to the 45, 50, 55. He gets tackled at the Calgary's 52. And then that will be a first down. That was Sean Thomas Ellington with the catch and run. Just being in the backseat. Being in the backseat, even on its own, can be tiring because you're just sitting your butt down for like hours on end, even a day or two. If you're going long distance driving. Like I had that share when my parents and I moved across, my family and I moved across the country. See you tomorrow, Tugboat. But we'll be doing Dragon Quest Builders Part 2 at 8 tomorrow. Thompson. Oh! Tyler Snead tried to go for a comeback route, and the throw was just out of his hands. Bethel Thompson did not like that throw he made. He is definitely not happy about that. No. He's not happy. So now here comes 2nd and 2. So now 2nd and 10. Dropping back. Thompson throws it to the sticks. He got Snead finally for the first down at the 41 with an 11-yard gain. Montreal creep in, trying to get to the doorstep of the red zone. That out route on the Johnson, on Anthony Johnson in coverage, and he just needs to get the spacing done. 1st and 10 from the 41. Thompson will throw a screen to Speaker, and Speaker makes a man miss, but he gets tripped up at the 35. That is a gain of 6 on the play. It will be 2nd and 4 for Montreal. You don't need to be fancy. You just need to gain yards, even just a little bit. You just need to take your time. Just take your time. You live in Kentucky? No, I do not. I don't like to say where I live. I don't. I just like to keep that. I just like to keep personal stuff on the down low. Thompson throws in it, and he gets Tyler Snead again. It's the same kind of route, too, like a comeback or an out route, and he just finds himself open. Tyler Snead is becoming clutch on this drive. He's becoming clutch on this drive. And his mouthpiece just came out. 8 plays for Montreal, going for 68 yards, and they started from their own 68. Not from their own 68, from their own 15. And here comes another screen. That's Austin Mack, but he will not get as much as Speaker did last time. He gets about probably 4. He gets down to the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 24. Feel like if you're short, you have to go. I mean, you maybe need to go for it. If it's inches, definitely go for it. We have 10 minutes left of the quarter. And the clock has stopped. The crowd is gearing up, making some noise. 7 yards. They got to get to the 17. Takes a snap. Thompson throws to the left side, and that's Rambo, but he does not get it. He's 2 yards short. He is 2 yards short. He will be down at the 19, inside the red zone. And it looks like there will be a field goal unit for Montreal. That means they got to put their defense needs to step up. So you live on Earth, though. Yes. Or do I? So you live on Earth. Yeah, with the other 8 billion people on the planet. Oh, baby. 3rd and 3. 28-yard field goal attempt from Montos, trying to make it a 4-point game. And the kick is up and it's good. So 21-17. Not too bad. But it does mean that Montreal needs to have put on a defense in a lifetime. They make Mills fumble. They could try to do that again. Or they got to stop, or they can try and stop Vernon Davis. They have not sacked Vernon Davis today. They haven't. They got him from time to time. Like they are pressuring him, but it's the sacks you need. I feel like sacks are a lot more crucial in the CFL than the NFL. I mean, sacks are crucial regardless, but with a CFL, when you only have 3 downs instead of 4, then yeah, it is crucial. Because it's like that's 1/3 of your drive or 50% of your downs if you are like in the first or third quarter. Because usually go for it on 4th down is either you're really short and you want to take it, or you have to go for it because if you don't convert it, then that's game over. But that's the issue. Both teams had it's been an equal game because they got the same amount of turnovers. They've been making the same amount of mistakes. Howdy, Zizou. Howdy. We are in a 4th quarter situation of Montreal Alouettes and the Calgary Stampeders. Alouettes just kicked the field goal, and Stampeders are going to get the ball back and try to extend the lead so Alouettes cannot catch up. But the Alouettes need to put up a defense of a lifetime to stop the Stampeders. Yeah, I heard Christian Wilkins. And yeah, Vernon Adams got banged up to a point where PJ Walker is now in the lineup, a Houston Roughneck legend, and who has been a starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers in the early 2020s. But Vernon Adams took a big hit after the sack. So now you want to ruffle some feathers on Walker, but yeah, Adams really looked like he definitely took a hit. And he's gonna head up to the locker room. I feel your pain, Zizou. I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. So Walker will take the pass, checks it down for about 2-3 yards to Dominique Rhymes. And you're looking at still the 2nd and long opportunity. They got to convert this. And Montreal, their momentum will be shifted. They do manage to stop them. It's 3rd and 5. Looks like they already got to play out. So that's a quick 2-and-out right there for Calgary. For Tom Grossi to make it feel. Okay. I don't know what is going on. That's literally the 2nd time that this happened. Literally the 2nd time this happened. Son of a gun, dude. Like I'm not touching anything. Like I'm literally not doing anything with the cable or anything. I don't know what's been going on tonight. It's the second time it does it. I just had to refresh and then reconnect. Which, thank goodness that happened. Okay, second time, so we're okay for now. For now, we're okay. I'm gonna try not to sweat about it. But yeah, it's not on your end. It's mainly my end. I don't know what is going on with the stream tonight. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. We have an intense CFL game tonight, and that's Charleston Rambo with the catch. Shakes a tackle, tries to shake another one, but he will be spun down for a 7-yard gain. And that will be second down and 3 coming up. We have less than 7 minutes remaining. This game is getting intense. Probably the closest game I have been covering all season. Because the previous one was one possession. All right, I have to head out quick. Hope to see you next stream. Hey, man, Z, I'm doing Dragon Quest Builders Part 2 at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow if you want to stop on by or see the gameplay. And McGlow Bethel Tom throws it deep left side. Oh my gosh. He had Spieler. Spieler. And he dropped it. Oh my gosh. Tell me, Cats. He had it in his hands. What the freak? He had it in his hands. Oh, no. And Montreal has to punt it. He takes it from inside the 40. He gets tackled at the 41. And PJ Walker's coming back. But, dude, that was that. He had the catch. He was open. It hit him in his hands. Wow. John was just talking about him, too. Coach Speaker's good. Not Spieler. It was Speaker. He just dropped it up. He just dropped it out of his hands. That's such a shame. That is a real damn shame. Hoping you're able to stream in preseason. Just this depends because my job as special ed teacher, I'm not going to be as free as I am. Like, I'm going to have a career, you know. But, damn. That was just bad. Oh, man, that was bad. That was a crucial drop. You cannot make that drop. Star Seed, if you saw that, dude, I am so sorry for you, man. He should have caught that. He should have caught that. That was that. That was it. You had it. You absolutely had it. Rams had 193 yards and only 1 touchdown. And here goes PJ. Hands it off to Mills, and Mills does not get anything. He will get stuffed by the front 7, probably the front 8, front 7 of the Montreal defense. They got to get the ball back. Montreal, I think, has 2 real shots of trying to get it back, maybe. Probably 2 shots of trying to get it if Calgary does not score. Unless it's a field goal, then yeah, you'll tie it. But now you have 5:17. Walker's dropping back, and he's going to throw it. And oh my gosh, that's like the 5th pick Montreal dropped. It's like they're spotting the ball, but they can't intercept that. Oh, sweet Sheebers. He had him. That should have been picked. He jumped the route just in time. He just cuts the route perfectly. It just went right through his arms. Oh my gosh. Another punt away. And then there's a flag on the field. That's probably going to be on Montreal, probably. That was Marc-Antoine Decoy that dropped that pick. And here's McLeod. Yeah, we have sub 5 minutes left at 4:48. What is the no yards penalty? Hold on. I'm looking that up. No yards. That's a penalty. When a kicking team interferes with the receiving team's attention catch. Oh, okay, so it's like kick catch. Okay, so kick catch interference. Gotcha. All right. Montreal at their own 46. So they're near midfield. They're in good position. Thompson throws it to the middle. He gets Tyler Snead, and he gets down at the 52. First down for Montreal. You got to operate like it's a machine. You got to get going. You've got to get going. They got to get going. Snead's definitely down, so he'll be down at the 52. Just keep on driving, Montreal. Keep on driving. 4 minutes remaining, so we are a minute away from the 3-minute warning. 3:50 remaining. 1st and 10 from the Calgary 52. Montreal is getting closer. McLeod, Bethel, Thompson does play action. And he's going to go to the left middle. And he finds Snead again. And he gets down around the 27, I believe. Tyler Snead getting the yards he's needed. He's been finding himself open a lot in the second half of this game. They're just dissecting the zone coverage that the Calgary is doing. Yeah, due to 27, man. Tyler Snead is really good at finding these openings that of zone coverage that Calgary's doing. They're playing soft coverage. And then Calgary is going to use a timeout because it's like, okay, we are allowing a lot of yards now. We got to take a breather because we just gave up 2 big plays. And both of them was from Snead. Snead already made 2 big plays. They got to figure out how to shut him out. He just sneaks through. He just sneaks through the opening. He just sneaks right on through. Just like that. 103 yards to 9 of 7 catches, with his longest being 42 yards. The slot back. Now he's at the 28. Shotgun. And it play action. Thompson. He's looking. And he dumps it off to Theus. Theus hits with a spin move. And he will be down at around the 22. And that will be 2nd and 4. And we have officially hit a 3-minute warning. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is the closest game that we have gotten between 2 of the best teams of each division. Montreal from the east, Calgary from the west. This is probably the best game thus far of the CFL. One of the best games. This is good. No, remember, Montreal is not with Davis Alexander tonight. And Michelob Bethel Thompson is trying to carry the torch for a little while until Alexander gets better. Sorry, Kitty. So I just gotta think back because now we're in close game mode. Close game mode. Close game mode. This is nice. This is a football game I've been asking for the CFL before we go back to college/NFL. This is what I have been waiting for. This is it. This is what I have been waiting for. Oh, baby. They're literally right outside of the red zone, too. They're outside the red zone. I think they're at the 22. Yeah, Edmonton, Saskatchewan tomorrow. Winnipeg versus Toronto on Saturday. You know what? I might do that stream maybe on Saturday instead of Dodgers and Red Sox. Maybe I'm gonna make a decision on that before Saturday comes, but I'll think on that. Thompson, he's gonna fire for the end zone, going deep, 1-on-1, incomplete. He was trying to go for Speaker. And this is a crucial down, and Montreal needs it. Montreal needs it. For a field goal attempt. Or can you go, or you can miss it, go for a reach and make it a 3-point game if you want to. Or you can make a 1-point game. And he does make the field goals good. So now it is 21-20. There's still a good amount of time remaining for Montreal. With 2:43, both teams have only one timeout. Only one timeout remains. You still got that bags of Doritos star seed? You got those bags of Doritos just in case? Yeah, PJ Walker needs to hold on to the ball as long as he possibly can. You probably just got to keep on handing it to Mills and trying to drain out clock for Montreal. Kickoff from Montreal to Calgary, taking it from the 8. And he gets tripped up at the, well, that's going to be probably a necessary ref because we're going after the legs on Montreal, maybe. Here comes PJ Walker back on the field. That was Kalen Horton with the return. Legal block on Calgary. So you're going to go back to the 15. So they're going to be deep in their territory. They're going to be deep in their own territory. And they got to work on first downs. That's what Stampeders need to do. Get nothing but first downs. Run out the clock. End the game like that. This is what Calgary's going to do. By 1 point. 1 point. Walker throws left. Does he get it? Well, did Eric Brooks get it? That is a real question. Or is he going to be inches short? Passing is interesting. There you go. Yeah, that's a good throw by PJ. So, yep, they do get the first down. You're looking at first down and 10 from the Calgary's 22. Clock winding down to 2:20. And here comes a handoff to Mills, and Mills is going to get nowhere with the ball. And the clock will stop at 2:14. Clock will stop at 2:14. So you got to, what are you going to do? Are you going to pass on the first down, or are you going to keep running off clock as much as you can if you are Calgary? Montreal just needs a field goal to take the lead. Montreal had a halftime lead. Drop it back as Walker. Pump fakes, and he's going to left again. Tried to go for a Tevin Smith, but incomplete. Don't know why you need to go deep. Just go for the chains. You don't necessarily need to go that deep past the sticks. So now it's third down, and we have entered the last chance of Montreal making this comeback. Yeah, he wasn't sure. Like I said, why do you need to go that deep? Like, you went 10 yards past the sticks. You just need to get to the 32, not to the 40. You just need to get to the chains. That is what Calgary needed to do. Montreal's going to take a past the 40. He's going to pass the 50 and pass midfield. And Montreal's going to start on the 52 or 51 in Calgary territory. So here we go. And if you don't remember, Montreal made an 18-point comeback against the Argos. And tonight, they were down by 10. It was 13-10. It was 13-10. Not 13. 13-3 was it was a 10-point lead of Calgary. And here comes Ellington. Ellington just breaking tackles. He managed to gain 1 or 2 yards without managing to go down. Better than losing yards. That was a well run by Thomas Ellington. It's a good run. But second down is where you matter, and you can't really punt, obviously. You got to go for it. You're in a Calgary 50, 2nd and 9. PJ can only do wash right now. Thompson throws a quick one to Austin Mack, and he does get the first down. Mack has been targeting a lot. No, they're saying incomplete. They're saying he dropped the ball when he was going for it, and Mack is limping. One officials call it a catch. Other says incomplete. Let's see. He was down. So why are we saying incomplete? Okay. So why did one official say incomplete, but the other said it was a catch? That looked like a catch. Did the ball touch the ground when he was rolling over and then he got banged up? But yeah, Mack is hurt. You guys needed Mack. You needed Mack right there. He has been your good catch. He's been a good catcher tonight. Oh, let's see. So 1-2 went down. Yeah, one official. Yeah, there was one that calls a catch, and then the other says incomplete. So what did he see that the other official did not? Oh my God. It was rolling under his arm when he was rolling down. Oh, I see now. Are you kidding me? He had the 2 steps, went down, but he did not survive the ground. Are you freaking kidding me? It's third down. Oh boy. It's third down. The ball rolled up. So he caught it initially, got 2 feet down, but he did not survive the ground. As you can see clearly, the ball was just rolling under his body. Oh, man. Well, here we go. Third down and 9. We're going for a long field goal here, boys. Jose Maltos with the field goal. You're looking for 58 yards. But even if he misses it, if it goes out of bounds in the end zone, you can get a point off of it. There's a snap. Kick is up. Does he have the distance? He does. The kick is good. Montreal's in the lead by 2. 23-21. So Montreal got it. So now Calgary. Will PJ Walker, can he be the hero? Can he be the hero after stepping in for the injured Vernon Adams? For the bags of Doritos on the line. For the bags of Doritos. Does Calgary have the chance of trying to prevent the comeback from Montreal? Because Montreal was down 13-3. Starcene, I'm with you, dude. I'm going to be cheering along with you, okay? I'll be cheering along with you. Kickoff is there. And he catches it from the 19. He gets past the 30 already, past the 40. They got to tackle him. And he gets down around the 41 in their own territory. So you have 1:04 remaining with 1 timeout. You guys got to play lights out on defense. You got to tighten your coverage. You have gotten to do it. You have got to do it. And there's Vernon Adams just watching from the sideline. See if PJ Walker can pull off a drive of a lifetime from their 41. Here's snap. PJ Walker dropping back. He's going to throw a little pass out to Dominique Rhymes. He will get shoved out of bounds at the 49, 2 yards short of a first down with 59 seconds remaining. 2nd and 2. This is a crucial stop for Montreal. They got to force him out of field goal range. They got to force him out of field goal range. A Rouge will not do you any good. They got to go for a field goal. Walker, drop it back, throws left side, throws behind Rhymes, incomplete. 3rd down and 2. They have no choice but to go for it. No choice but to go. 3rd and 2 from the 49. They got to get to the 51. If only the ball was in front of Rhymes, not behind. Excuse me. Here we go. 3rd and 2 from the 49. Walker's in shotgun. Receivers are going to start to run. Here comes the snap. Walker is running for his life. Throws over his toes. And that is incomplete. Are there any flags on the play? And there is no flags. And Montreal, for right now, can run out this clock. Just an inaccurate throw to Jones. Way over his head. Now they're at the Calgary's 49. And there goes the Stampeders going home. Because they probably know that it is over. But you need a first down. Calgary has one timeout. One first down, that's it. Thomas Ellington will get. You're gonna push him to. They're gonna push him to the 46 with 41 seconds. But you're second down. Calgary needs to stop. They cannot get any more than 5 yards. They can still do it. I mean, if they kick a field goal, it's not really over, but you will be down by 5 and you're forced to score a touchdown. You need a missed field goal from here. You need a missed field goal. Wow, last 2 games decided by 1 point. First time since 2003. And Calgary will use their final timeout as Walker gets ready. Second down to 5 from the 44. Here's a handoff to Ellington. And he does convert for the first down. And I believe that will be the nail in the coffin as Montreal will complete the 10-point comeback. And Montreal into just half game ahead of Hamilton, while the rest of the East Division will suffer as per usual. One kneel down. And Montreal, without Davis Alexander, McLeod Bethel Thomas will get his first win of the season as an Alouette. And that long field goal did it. What an amazing game have we witnessed tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What have we witnessed? It's momentum, the climb. And Calgary will suffer their second loss of the season. So now, if you are a fan of the Rough Riders, doors open. You have Edmonton, the weakest team of the West. If Saskatchewan wins that game tomorrow, or today, because technically it's midnight, but wins, now they're in the lead of the West Division. Enjoy this moment, Montreal. Enjoy that moment. What an amazing game that was. Well, that was definitely a game right there. I gotta say, yeah. So it was weird for me to start 30 minutes early because I wanted to talk about the UFL stuff, but it was worth it at the end. We ran some technical difficulties, but we persevered, and we watched a great game of football from Canada. So tomorrow, I'm gonna go live playing Dragon Quest Builders 2. Dragon Quest Builders 1 Part 2, because I have not played that game in about several years, so I'm finally getting back to playing that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Thank you so much for joining me on the ship, Starseed. I'm happy that your Alouettes won. Congratulations. And I hope the season goes really well for you, my man. For the rest of you guys, I hope you guys have yourself a good night. I'll see you soon.